Eurogroup reiterated that the euro area authorities stand ready to do whatever is necessary to ensure financial stability of the euro area. We have everything we need to manage this situation. We have a banking union to ensure the stability of the financial sector. We have a European stability mechanism with firepower of 500 billion euros to help the most vulnerable economies. We have stronger fiscal and economic governance. The European Central Bank is making full use of its tools to ensure stability, and the European Court of Justice has recently confirmed the outright monetary transactions. The ECB has already stated that it's closely monitoring the situation in financial markets and the potential implications for the monetary policy stance and for the balance of risks to price stability in the euro area. And it is determined to use all the instruments available within its mandate. With the five presidents' report, we are building on our achievements to further strengthen the economic and monetary union as soon as possible. But one thing is clear. The place of Greece is and remains in Europe. To solve this very difficult situation, all sides need to work responsibly for the sake of Greek people. Thank you.
Thank you, Vice President. Let's start with Athanasios.
Athanasios with the Star Channel and Real News Greece. Mr. Vice President, last week the case was that you and Mr. Juncker were saying that the Greeks were voting for the euro and Europe and not just a program that was partially presented by the Greek government. What is the case right now? Where do we stand? What are you ready to renegotiate out of this package? Since the government more or less has its hands tied and they cannot reintroduce something that was rejected in a referendum. And how do you comment on the removal of Mr. Varoufakis from the finance ministry? Does this make chances better for a new deal or not? Thanks.
Well, first on the referendum question. Well, Commission made it very clear already before the referendum that the question as it was posed in a referendum was neither factually nor legally correct. I also outlined it now. First, it was reflecting to the proposals of institutions which were never formally endorsed by Eurogroup. And it's for the Eurogroup to come up with proposals. Second, it did not really reflect the latest state of play as regards the proposals by the time Greek negotiators left the table. And third, they referred to the program which has meanwhile expired. So the meaning of this referendum was really to send a political signal to the rest of Europe whether Greece is ready to engage with other Eurozone countries and to seek solution for current crisis. And as it was said also by President Juncker last week, that the no vote will dramatically weaken the negotiating stance of the Greek government and will make things more complicated. As regards negotiations or renegotiations, it's clear that to start negotiations, European Commission needs a mandate from Eurogroup. The previous program, the EFSF program, has expired. It means that we are not longer talking EFSF program. The ESM program application has been received by the Eurogroup for the new ESM program. But so far, Eurogroup has not given mandate to the Commission to start the negotiations. So to talk about any negotiations or renegotiations, we first need mandate from the Eurogroup. Then on the resignation of the Finance Minister Varoufakis, well, it's for a Greek government to appoint their ministers, so European Commission has no comment on this.
Okay, Marco.
Yes, it's Marco Zatterin, La Stampa. Two very brief questions, Vice President. First of all, in case of deepening of the crisis, do you see any risk of contagion for the other high debt or weak countries of Europe, such as Portugal or Italy, just to give an example? And second question is, does the European Commission regret the fact that just 1 week ago in this room they invited the Greek citizens to vote yes? Thank you.
Okay, on the first question. As I already said in a statement, that we have all the tools necessary to ensure the financial stability of the euro area, and Eurogroup and euro area authorities are ready to use all those tools to prevent financial instability from spreading. So I would say it's very clear that we are able and willing to defend the financial stability of the euro area, and so far also the market reactions have been quite limited outside the situation on Greece. As regards the referendum, well, once again, President Juncker's statement was very clear that the yes vote would send a positive signal to the rest of the Europe of the willingness of Greece to engage and to seek solutions to the Greek economic and financial problems. No vote is making things more complicated as the gap between Greece and the rest of the Eurozone is widening.
Jean-Jacques?